Number one, number one. Eat the brick, she the shake. Eat the brick, she the shake. Edge baby, kill a busy. Edge baby.
All right, good morning and welcome to the show. It is Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. Welcome to the weekend edition. Of course, it's another beautiful day to be with you. And today we are going to be taking a look at something everybody has been talking about, but definitely the President Bola Ahmed TINUBU has been in UK. And all week we've not really touched that particular trip. So let us take a look at that trip and see everything that has happened. Critics are on one side and people who are praising him are on the other side. But one of the biggest deals signed so far by the president is catching the eye of the people. Revamping of the Tinkan Island by the president, who has signed a memorandum of understanding with the UK government. And of course, the Nigeria and the UK, United Kingdom, have sealed a 746 million pounds export finance deal to support redevelopment of two major ports in Lagos. This has become a very, very serious matter in Nigeria. The Tinkan Island and the Apapa Island and the Wharf has been overcrowded and not really helping anytime in maritime business and all that. People are calling for decongestion and bringing it down to either One seaport or that of the Akwa Ibom seaport. But the president went to sign a deal to revamp and refurbish this deal. And from what we hear, it is a loan. So, what one-sidedness of that? So, a lot of people say it's a loan, some people say it's not, and all that. So, what kind of investment is there? Do we really need to revamp Tinkan Island and the Papa Island, or we open up the maritime sector and that of the seaport? And of course, it is a very serious matter to take a look at. Other critics are saying, is TINUBU the president or a Lagos state governor? Because everything he is doing right now tailored towards development of Lagos in the name of Nigeria. Anyway, Lagos is a center of excellence and the hub of Nigerian commerce, but definitely a lot of people are not having it funny with the president on that particular matter. So these and many more we will be taking a look at. Also, critics are on the opinion that he should have cancelled this deal based on the scores of people that were killed by insurgents in Borno State, especially the Nigerian military who were attacked by that particular action of the terrorists. Just 24 hours then, he jetted off to UK. And then on Wednesday, just 2 days ago, these insurgents came up again swinging. But this time around, thanks to the gallantry of our military at that military base in Borno State, they came with RPGs, GMPGs, tanks, armored tanks, and the rest of them to attack a base, to overwhelm the base. But they went around the entire of that military base. But guess what? Nigerian military refused to back down, and they took them head on. And it lasted for 1 hour. And then they called in air support. And what happened? These people were decimated with the air flight, and they ran around, and about 80 of them were killed. And they left behind. Oh my God, you need to see the weapons that were left behind by these insurgents. The question is, where are they getting these kind of weapons? And where and how does it get into Nigeria without anybody noticing? Now, critics are on the point that the president traveled with the defense minister at a point like this when Nigeria is facing all these really serious storm by the insurgents. That was a second attack in Borno State, not mentioning the suicide bomber. So let's talk about this trip, what it has been able to achieve, and what people said the president should have done. This is Straight Talk. Welcome aboard. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, and of course I have my microphone partner here, Judge Dawn Ikoma.
I am Judge Dawn Ikoma.
All right, thank you, everybody. Let's go straight into the newspaper review and get some of the headlines out before we come for that conversation. So our topic this morning is TINUBU's UK trip, the checks and balance. That's what we're going to do. Let's do the checks and balance. Guy, Monakudan, I don't call this early morning. I never even talking to you, I don't call. It's not yet time for your calls. Later now you say don't call me 1 million times. Please hold on. When we open up the phone lines, we can call. But for now, let's go take a look at what the papers are saying, starting with the Punch newspaper. Dan.
Okay, 2027 government pool. Succession firestorm hits up to 10 states.
Wow, that's a very serious headline, everybody. 2027 governorship poll. Well, is it heating up in Imo State? Is it heating up? Is it really heating up? Are we feeling the heat of a change of guard by Imo State? I think Governor Opuzadima still has almost 2 years on his tenure. So Imo State is kind of relatively cool on that front. But definitely 10 states are heating up for succession. And that's it. Let's take more headlines here.
Okay, Starmer pushes strategic UK-Nigerian alliance with 1.4 trillion naira fresh deal.
All right. This deal, let's get a little bit of that story. A lot of people are not just happy with some of these deals. They feel it's colonial mentality deal. But we'll talk about that. Let's go.
Okay, the United Kingdom and Nigeria have sealed new export agreements as both countries committed to taking their economic partnership to another level. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said on Thursday. Starmer made the disclosure during a bilateral meeting with the President Bola Tinubu at 10 Downing Street on the second day of the Nigerian leader's historic state visit to Britain. Today is the opportunity to take that to another level with the agreements that we have been able to reach on exports. And I think that shows we can go even further than we have already gone, the British Prime Minister stated.
All right. You can grab a copy of the Punch newspaper and get more details on that one. Well, TINUBU has since returned to Nigeria after the UK visit. So everybody where they worry. Oga Presido, don't show. Illegal stadium entry now punishable by 5 years ban. They ban Nigerians for entering stadium. How do I want to use work? Which surveillance, which security? How will I even know who them ban? Is it the organization or individuals? I remember the award. This one, I don't know where they want to start that one from. Akwa Ibom hands over 44 trafficked Ghanaians to officials. And Aliyu donates vehicle to Sokoto, NUJ, and ReFM's media partnership. Okay, NUJ. When we will get more vehicles, because now, one bus they give NUJ in Imo State, that's not cool. But this one said vehicles. All right, let's move on now to the Vanguard newspaper, Dan.
Fresh fears of higher petrol price as crude hits $114 per barrel.
It was 115, came down to 100, 90 something. It kept going up again, and it's at $114 per barrel. But as of last night, I think last night when the NATO and the UK, 2 days ago, Donald Trump decided to pull away from NATO completely after NATO refused to back his call for reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. But definitely, as of last night, I think the secretary of the NATO came out swinging and saying that they have known all along that no nation wants Iran to develop any, nuclear weapon. On that note, they said Trump was right in his own, and they are now ready to back Donald Trump on reopening. Again, Donald Trump hit back at almost all the countries in Europe in particular, whose economies are mostly affected by the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, but they refuse to do a thing. So the U.S. say they are now going to bring about $100 billion to have alternate routes for shipment of oil, which will also make the Hormuz become not the strategic position they possess right at their hand, which they use as a leverage on this war, will no longer be a thing. All right, Iran's biggest oil deposit city was bombarded. Donald Trump refused to bombard the pipes. Of course, Iran media has been showing a lot of destruction they have done, hitting targets here and there. But Donald Trump said those things were all AI generated because they talk about the Abraham Lincoln warship. They said they sank it. Iran said they sank it. But nothing like that happened, according to Donald Trump, and a lot of other things. They also show where a bunker missile penetrated a house where Netanyahu, the prime minister, was reportedly killed, and they started jubilating and celebrating in Iran. But Netanyahu is very much alive. Yesterday, he granted an interview and said he's not going to put a timeline on the war or when it's going to end. But definitely, they are winning, and they will continue to win, and they will decimate Iran if the need be. So Donald Trump is not backing down. Netanyahu is not backing down. Iran is not backing down. And that leads us to this particular place, because the Strait of Hormuz is most strategic. It controls about 20% of entire global oil distribution network. And now, if they continue, oil will keep increasing. And right here in Nigeria, you know, I don't need to tell you what will happen, because Dangote will just wake up. Oh, it already 114, when I increase them by 100 naira, 200. If Dangote increase by 100, the other smaller marketers will increase by almost 500. That is the scenario in Nigeria. So we wait on that particular one. Let's take the next headline, please.
Maiduguri bombings. Don't wait for attacks. Take war to them. Sultan tells military.
How does that sound? That sounds like something a military general would have said. Anyway, the Sultan is also a former military personnel, and what he's saying to me is very true. Why are we waiting for insurgents to attack instead of the Nigerian army attacking them? And that is where it's all wrong. Gumi said they know where these people are. They know them by their names. Why are they not attacking? Something is wrong somewhere. And our president left with a defense minister in the midst of a war against insurgents. This is terrible. But definitely, the Sultan has said it. Let's take the next headline.
Okay, Nigerian UK signed deal for deportation of failed asylum seekers, offenders.
I think we'll discuss this more in details during the conversation. And Netanyahu says Iran decimated Tehran targets Gulf petrol facilities. These facilities are from different countries. Now, Saudi Arabia has also come out to say they are ready to enter the war. Bahrain has said the same thing. Qatar said they have pushed them to the war. That what this Iran is doing is completely different from the war Israel and the USA is giving to them. They are in turn attacking their neighbors, and their neighbors are not finding anything funny. The truce that was brokered by China and Iran, between Iran and their Gulf neighbors, has been broken completely. That is what the Crown Prince of Qatar has said. Anyway, this is getting interesting for those who want to keep hearing those updates. I keep bringing it to them. TINUBU's arrived Lagos for Idil Fitri, and Idil Fitri completing Ramadan with charity, gratitude, and shared humanity. I beg all our Muslim brothers, I never see anything. No. Ramadan don't they finish. I know see suya, I know see rago. Let's continue on the Daily Post newspaper. Let's take this one.
Okay, TINUBU's UK visit shows lack of commitment, empathy. Abdullahi Mokhtar Bakji orders.
All right, and this is criticism of the president. Did you see some of the videos that was trending in TINUBU? They said TINUBU is about 72 years, am I correct? Or 72 years or 73 years. UK King Charles is 77 years. And a 77-year-old man is holding and directing a 72, 73 years old man. And that video has caused a lot of mockery on social media. I don't know why people choose to mock our president on social media when any of these things happen. They just pick it up and they keep saying a whole lot of things. But then, what do you make of this one? Recall that TINUBU traveled to the United Kingdom to meet with the British monarch, King Charles III. The trip said to be landmarks state visit, the first by a Nigerian leader in almost 4 decades. 40 years. Almost 40 years. Can you believe that?
37 years.
President TINUBU was accompanied by First Lady Oluremi TINUBU and have since arrived in London. Apart from the First Lady, a long list of government officials that made the trip. The president has been trending online. So, let's take a look at some of these people in the conversation segment when we start this program later. Security officials should not be abroad during crisis. Do you agree with Abdullahi? Well, grab a copy of the Daily Post. Okay, well, I think that brings us to the wrap of the headlines we have for you this morning. Let's get your take on some of these headlines, and then we'll come back to do some analysis. Phone lines officially open, 0911 20022 or 0707 454
1014.
All right, let's go there. Before we open up the phone lines, let me also announce that Oje Zurobodo. Usually Oje Zurobodo happens on Saturday, but there is a special edition at Enyogugu community in Abombi. Say it's happening on Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody tune in. If you are from Abombi, say especially Enyogugu community, Oje Zurobodo is landing. The priest and priestess are ready. Oje Zurobodo blessings are ready. Who will pick up that blessing and, of course, come to tell us what Enyogugu community looks like. All right, that's the announcement. It's happening on the 22nd day of March. That is on Sunday. So everybody stay tuned for that one. Let's take your calls now. Join the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Donny Koma.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Pastor Ken Iwuchukwu. I want to talk about the bombing and the military barracks attacked by the insurgents. Let me take our mind back during the days of Muhammad Buhari. His son drove a bike and had an accident and hit his head on the path road. When the report get to him, he was angry. He sacked all his the son's bodyguards. You know. Now, do you know why our president traveled? Because none of these persons that died was his family members. I'm not trying to say let there be any problem in Nigeria, but if the Boko Haram and other bandits can take this war to TINUBU and the ministers and the other government officials and politicians, it would be better than killing the innocent Nigerians. And you will see them rising up to the occasion. Gumi said it quite clear, nobody is going after Gumi, and they are not denying it, meaning that they have a hand in this. And this is not going down well with us. Instead of them killing Nigerians, let them divide Nigeria and let us go at the press move. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Please turn it down a little. Thank you.
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Don Eko.
Good morning.
Chief Ben Okuonu.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Happy weekend.
And the same to you.
It's really unfortunate that the president decided to embark on the trip, regardless of what happened in Borno State. This is not the first time. It's not the second, and probably it may not be the last. This, our president, is notorious for display of indifference to the sensibilities of the people. And making this trip this very time shows lack of clear diplomacy on the part of this government. Nigeria belongs to all of us. That you have been appointed the president or elected does not mean that you have to be very, very indifferent to the feelings of the people. TINUBU should sit down and know that the people of Nigeria are suffering in every area of life, security-wise, food-wise, and the rest. In a nutshell, Barry and Dawn,
Yes, sir.
TINUBU is not getting it right, period. That's my own take for now. Have a nice weekend.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmo. Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle.
Yeah, my name is
Radio General.
the Radio General. Yes, thank you very much.
All right.
Barry, yeah, that's something to read this morning that brought my attention. You see, for the Sudan, saying that our people, the soldiers should go on offensive and not on defense. This is what has been contemplated since. The soldiers will wait when these people strike, then they will go for revenge. The Sudan is not correct. They should go on offensive. These people help long. Wherever they are, Gumi said they go to know the places. Let the military go, fight them, take them collusion, and let them see how it's going to be. Not being relaxing and drinking tea. When they strike, then you say you are going back to fight them. It's wrong. That Sudan is incorrect. Thank you and God bless you. I remain the Radio General.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's take some of the messages that came in. All right, we'll take this one first down.
Okay, good morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Kossi and beautiful Don Judge. Nigerians spent over 9 trillion naira to import fuel. This is absurd and unthinkable. Here's a country awesomely blessed by God in unquantifiable mineral, human and material resources. Yet the rulers senselessly and wickedly choose to export our crude oil only to turn around to import fuel. What stops our country from repairing our refineries and even building new ones? Again, thousands of Nigerians risk deportation from Britain, who contributed immensely to the escape of many Nigerians to various countries for greener pastures. It is heartbreaking to see how Nigerians are being humiliated in foreign countries because our country has been rendered completely uncomfortable. On security, if the ruling government is not complicit in the intractable insecurity in the country, as Gumi said, TINUBU, his wife, and the chief of army staff would not have traveled to Britain in the midst of heavy bombardments in Maiduguri by terrorists. May God grant our rulers the conscience to realize that they are ruining our country and the people. Ezine Lady Julie in Nosike.
All right, let's take this one.
Good morning, my lovely presenters in the studio of Echo FM. My name is Felix Nwozuzu, texting from Umahi in Biri. The recent rating of Nigeria as the fourth terrorism country shows that TINUBU has failed woefully in fighting banditry and terrorism in Nigeria. TINUBU and his APC government is dancing on the blood of innocent Nigerians. What a shame on the part of the APC government. Thanks and enjoy your weekend ahead.
All right, let's go back to the phone lines now. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, Cosmo.
Good morning to you. Welcome aboard.
Don, I greet.
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, this is Mike E. calling you from Apakuma. Barry,
Ew.
where is our president? I'm asking you.
He
Where's
did
the
Lagos.
president, I mean?
He did
Is
Lagos.
there Lagos?
Ah.
Barry, you see, I'm in Lagos. You see what thing that happened for this country. You see, somebody. Let me speak this parable. Only way I walk on a choke about it. If you know it, make don't talk.
I hear
You know
you.
what I mean?
I hear you.
You supposed to hear them.
I hear you.
You see,
Wait. If the rat na bush rat, you're supposed to chop him now.
okay. Anything where talk, anything where hear, I don't talk them. See, our president travel. They see insecurity. They keep Bruno with bomb, carry bomb, keep people there. President travel with the flight. You see that flight? I cannot call talk next week. You see that flight here and they go travel here. One day that you see that airport, they go close that airport. Every time they travel. But make I ask you, every time they travel to outside country, tell me one president from outside country comes to this Nigeria. Every time our leaders traveling. Everywhere. Insecurity. Our president travel. Okay, no problem. Another one, you can see how many million did they call? They say they import fuel or what. But if they give you money now, you stop this program you are doing. Go open something, do it. Okay, what about a refinery in this our Federal Republic of Nigeria? Nothing. What of this person, Dangote, the one they do? Why not use that money to give Dangote, or maybe build another one, or those ones that spoil?
Right.
What is happening?
Thank you.
Sorry,
Thank you.
Go there. Go and bring our president back. I send you now. Go there. Come.
Okay, thank you. Our president don't come back. In the house for body loan in Lagos. They do salad. Is somebody go bring and come here? Now wow. Now there's a problem. Now they send me a message where if I go I know come back. Oh God. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning.
I am Ogobo. I'm calling from Oji.
Yes, I hope you know I send me a message too.
And Barry, I want to thank you and your beautiful partner in the house.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You see, what is happening in Nigeria is just something that is something that is occurring. Could you remember the mission of Boko Haram early stage?
Yeah.
They say they hate Western education. They want to install Islamic Republic in Nigeria. All these people are talking, military go there, military don't do this or do that. This is orchestrated. This is a planned plan that is going on. And if care is not taken, before now, people who are dancing from the south, one day they will regret their steps. Remember what happened in Turkey? It was just like this. Until a man, they call, what is that man that person? He came and decreed. Over 1 million people were killed in Turkey. And today, it's an Islamic country. And this is an agenda. And all that, the military who knew, who has allegedly said that in the federal government nowhere, all this was like. Why can't this Nigerian airports go there and bomb with it? Imagine, I don't have the video, but they say the last account, they came with armored car. Where is the immigration officer in the border that allowed those things to enter? This is a plan something. So this we are just wasting time. Those are people in the south. I'm sorry for those that are big men who are jumping, singing, psychophancy to these people. One day they will regret themselves. God bless you while we still remain and watch the drama. I am still Obonna from Oji.
All right, thank you
Bless
very
you
much,
too.
Obunna. Hello, good morning. Welcome aboard. Who did there?
Hello, good morning.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Sorry, try again. Good morning.
A gracious and a pleasant morning to you, dear Barry Cosmos and Ekoma.
Good morning.
Good morning, Oga.
Barry, it has been a while.
No be small. I never hear your voice. I kind of wonder whether you go Salah. I've been following. You been following TINUBU travel.
For where? I did my house. All right, Chimezie must remains my name.
All right.
I call for my community, Ebelu Obube, what is not local government. The presidential visit to the British monarch exhibits a high level of callousness, unsympathetic, and that party this present APC has. I continue to say it, and I will say it here again. Any government that lacks empathy, compassionate to the welfareism of the people, that government does not supposed to even stand self to be called a government. So the APC government has failed from A to Z. Chimezie Madu remains my name. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Chinedu. Or Chimezie, rather, sorry. Okay. Well, we keep hearing your voices and we want to get your messages. Let's take some of them on our Facebook page. And that is, we have this one, Chibueze Michael. He said, good morning, Mr. Barry and Mrs. George. You people should tell TINUBU that he whose house is on fire does not chase rats and should stop this traveling and focus on the issues Nigeria is facing. Chibueze Michael Ezekwe from Umo Bogo, Umo Kane Ohaji. All right, some of these village names, if I mother them, no vex. Chibuebuka Nwago, Engineer Buka texted from Futu. Hey, Jineke. Now me can read this one today. See wahala. A very good morning, and Barry and Co. The recent trip of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the United Kingdom, accompanied by the defense minister at a time when Nigeria is grappling with escalating insecurity, reflects a troubling system failure in governance calibration. In engineering diagnostics, an uncalibrated pilot, this is supposed to be a pilot or pitot, tube, produces distorted pressure readings, misleading operators, and compromising the integrity of the entire system. Likewise, abandoning the operational theater during peak instability introduces a vacuum in command and control, yielding policy outputs and that are disconnected from ground realities. At a time when the nation requires real-time responsiveness, strategic coordination, and adaptive leadership to counter security threats, such a move signals a deviation from a standard operating procedures expected of a functional state apparatus. It suggests that the feedback loop between national distress signals and executive action is either dampened or entirely ignored. Well, in essence, this journey mirrors a malfunctioning instrumentation system where faulty inputs generate flawed outputs, thereby exacerbating an already volatile national condition. Indeed, Barry used simultaneous equation to find A and B if Mr. President is E and equals to AW plus B, where E is the energy, A is the slope, W is the work done, B is the frictional resistance. Engineer Ebuka texting from Futo. Come, engineer, I don't tell why I graduate from Futo. Yeah, but you don't tell why I leave Futo. Now they give me this kind of equation. These equations were terrible to people when we were still in school. Now you don't can come again. Anyway, this one is an easy, straightforward equation. It's a linear equation. Anybody can do it. Energy equals to the slope multiplied by the work and added by the frictional resistance equals to failure. Oh-ha. Don P. Good morning, Mr. Barry, Cosmos, and Don. TINUBU travel now water up blues. Yes, we do bonanza. Make everybody just shout anyhow. God bless the blues there. Don, let's get the next one.
Okay, engineer Frank Uju Ebelebe texting from Amawusa Douglas. Good morning to you, our presenters. Was expecting to see Prince of Edmond tell Mr. on how to partner with Nigeria government, fight insecurity in Nigeria, but they choose to deport Nigerians in UK under asylum. Even when we have been rated as fourth in terrorism in the whole world. What do we benefit from UK as our colonial masters? Are we their slaves? Finally, I have not heard from US soldiers in Nigeria. Hope they have not been offered our native soup, vegetable soup.
Adam with Ugba, they can't chop, sleep, they're not going to wake up. Chineke, man. Alphonsus Chima. Good morning, Mr. Barry, Cosmos, and Judge Dominic. Oh, man, it is heartbreaking that our nation now ranks fourth on the Global Terrorism Index. Hey, it's pay me. Well, the bloodshed. He said, where is that message?
It's up.
You're dancing skelewu for me.
See here.
Okay. It says, is that breaking that our nation now ranks fourth on the Global Terrorism Index? The bloodshed in Taraba and reported camp in Imo remind us Imo.
That.
Imo. What did happen for Imo? He said what? What did happen for Imo? I won't remember. Okay, he says the camp reported in Imo remind us that this sickness is no longer far. It breeds among us. We must respond with clarity, build trust between communities and security forces so that timely information saves lives, confront the root causes by investing in youth education and the dignity of work, and secure our borders through modern surveillance to stop flow of illegal arms. May God grant our leaders wisdom and our people courage before silence becomes a grave. Alphonsus Chima, texting from Amso Junction. What a wonderful piece from Alphonsus. Thank you very much for that beautiful message there. All right, we still have some time to take some calls. Good morning.
Good morning,
Hello.
Barry.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barry. Ekoma International. Good morning.
Good morning.
Barry.
Yo.
Barry. In view of the impending doom,
Yeah.
Barry, I advocate that people of little Jenny goodwill in Nigeria,
Away.
as God required from us in 2 Chronicles, verse 7:14. Let us go to God in prayer and see whether God can have extraordinary mercy on Nigerians.
All right.
And give us mercy as he gave the people of Nineveh.
All right.
Barry, our problems
Mommy, calm
are
down.
tired.
Calm down. Calm down. May your heart no go bust this morning. I can see you're speaking with a heavy heart. Calm down, all right? No, let your anger grow annoyed because that one they vex. All right? Barry Cosmos and Alpha Donica, my happy morning. Those who live in glass house don't throw stones. He who lives in the face of tyranny or tyranny, as the English people call it, is dead. Every day the bucket goes into the well. One day the bottom will drop off and it will come out empty. Unfortunately, there is no more queen to visit in London. Hey, God. I have spoken. The people's elder have spoken. Elder Chijoke. Thank you very much. Good morning. This one is filled with open-ended conversations. Elder Chijoke, I don't know what in your plan this morning now. You won't make me begin talk, but I dodge them. Well, if you put bucket for well, it's supposed to bring out water. But if the bottom come out, which you won't bring out? Even the bucket self no complete. Hey, Chineke me. Well, that's a deep thought there. Well, this other one say Echo FM. Good morning, Echo FM. Good morning to you. And this one, is it today's own? Yeah, still Ed Chijike. It says, Barry and Don, happy holidays. It's unfortunate that Mr. President had to embark on a trip to UK to go and check if his bunk is still available. Remember, UK was his hiding place during Abacha reign. Barry, I agree with the pastor who said if those insurgents could attack those in government by now, insurgents would have been terminated. All right? Somehow, the attitude of those in government confirms, allegedly, the fact that they are responsible for those insurgencies. May those in government repent and retract their actions for God's sake. It is well. Elder Chijoke, the people's elder. Okay? This one is done for you. Okay, I think we've read this on the, okay? On the, we took that one too from, I think this is Facebook. The next one. All right, let's go.
Okay, Comrade Chinedu Eziri from Our Mama, Barry and Judge Don Ikoma. Good morning, all. Who are people praising? TINUBU and his government? Why are people praising TINUBU and his government? Do not mind these selfish Igbos that praise TINUBU. Obi Kubana said that Igbos lack conscience. But if Obi Kubana has no shame and other Southeast governors, shame no catch them. A whole president leaving this country with this crisis in Borno State, with defense minister. TINUBU continue to punish Nigeria. You are not supposed to be a leader, mind you. Try and use our crude oil as collateral. TINUBU, we know you, no problem. Shame for our leaders.
Oh, that one hit bang. All right, let's, I think it's time for us to go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, my very good friend, Mr. Barry. How are you doing this morning?
No, Yawa.
Hello, good morning.
Don, how are you too?
I'm fine.
Olumbi Onyeze Ezbelobo. Mr. Barry and the Don, you see, this country will find ourselves that called Nigeria for now. Don't know where we are heading to. Nigeria, the fourth in index of this thing in terrorism, where they have terrorism is being the order of the day. But if I'm to say, it's like the index is making a mistake. It's not, Nigeria is supposed to be number one. You have not seen the Pakistan that they caught number one, where a court in maybe any part of the world have declared a party in that country a terrorist party. Do you know before now Canada declared PDP and the APC a terrorist party? And the APC government have not challenged the Canada court in that statement. The PDP have not challenged, and nobody in Nigeria have challenged. That means the index the Canada court have given to Nigeria is a true. Nigeria and APC is a terrorist party, and we are seeing how they are terrorizing the masses. A country where other countries have gone, their presidents have gone to defend their country. Our president, they are fighting in the America and the Israel is fighting with Iran. Mr. President left the country and went to where he's dancing without reminding the people that are killed in Brunei, where they are throwing bombs like tomorrow no day, and where they are killing people in Nigeria. I keep on calling. Let us discuss this country called Nigeria for now. If not, our generation will blame us. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it will be lady and gentleman. I think that's the way we have to start it. So.
Yes, sir.
Senior citizen, Mazuzama. Barrio, you know, on this program, I've said more than once. That means it could be 10 times or 20 times. That anybody who says he has political power, who does not understand the reduced position of Eastern Nigeria, would appear not to know that we once had a great premier called Dr. Michael Okpara, who put Eastern Nigeria on the map of the world. What Eastern Nigeria was the fastest developing part of any part of the world. It is there on the record. Let them go to Harvard Business School and other universities. They will find it there. But I said here that anybody who is a politician and wants to be noticed and acknowledged, we respect him, must see the need, one, to see that the Ibom seaport is developed, to see that on a seaport which is there is enhanced, to understand that the deepest part of the ocean, bordering everywhere in Nigeria, is in Bonny. That's where the ocean is deepest. Barry, let me ask you, can you be a politician without, you want to blame TINUBU? Are you a good politician if you don't know your constituency and if you don't take care of your... Nobody should blame TINUBU for concentrating on Lagos. Dodges Okalo and others, Benjamin Carlo, Deputy Speaker, the number one Igbo man in government, the federal government today. Well, I hope Governor Hope Uzodinma and others will understand. If they fail to get the Igbo seaport working before the end of their tenure, they have no reason to... they should have no reason to mention their surnames. They should go by their...
the senior citizen, hold on, just a quick question. If
yes, sir.
You've been clamoring for the Ibom seaport to be given attention, and now that TINUBU is revamping...
Not attention, to be fully developed, not attention.
Okay,
Sorry, when they are talking of attention in Nigeria, what does that mean?
Okay, fully developed. Thank you. Thank you for the correction. Now, the president has signed a memorandum of understanding and a deal that will require about 236 million pounds to be handled by UK companies and the rest of it by Nigerians to uplift or upgrade facilities at the Tinkan Island Seaport and that of Apapa Seaport. And you say the president is doing well for concentrating on his people, even
he's
though...
doing well for his people, that's all I said.
Okay, he's doing well for his people. Who are his people?
The people of the area where he is developing.
Okay.
The area where he is concentrating. The area where attention... Yes, don't say Lagos.
Okay.
The area that benefits most from his policies.
Okay.
Yes, buddy, go on. It's a good conversation.
So, at the end of the day, if this Apapa Wharf and Tinkan Island is now revamped, will it solve the problem of that decongestion and all that we have been seeing at Apapa and, of course, the Tinkan Island area?
But why do you want to talk about Apapa? You know, I told you on this program, please play some of the tapes back, that one of the worst geography lessons anybody has tried to teach a primary school pupil is when they said that the eastern part of Warri. Do you know the primary school geography of Nigeria? Is Warri in eastern Nigeria? No. But I'm talking of what I learned in primary school more than 75 years ago. That Warri is in western Nigeria before they created the Bender State.
The Bender State.
Can you say that
Midwest.
Warri is eastern Nigeria?
No.
And I'm saying that no matter the development in Tinkan and all other islands, that the Ibom seaport, which is less than 40 kilometers, on a straight line less than 30 kilometers to Aba, on a straight line less than 45 kilometers to Umuahia. Umuahia has a rail line, Aba has a rail line. That rail line will service everything going to the northeast and middle belt.
Okay.
True.
Just before you go, sorry.
No, I don't want to. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here.
Now, let us now that we have this,
giving me this opportunity.
Let's have this conversation. Now, we have a situation where these deals in UK have been made, but I don't think there was any consensus from the State House, like the Senate and the National Assembly, that would say these are the projects we want to go to UK to fight for or seek endorsement or investment in. Was there anything like that to the best of your knowledge?
Barry, you know, one thing with English language is terminological inexactitude. That's the problem with the English language. When you speak in ventriloquial verbosity, and you speak Wait. You speak in multi-polysyllabic profundity.
Okay.
The tendency is that people don't understand what you are saying. What do I mean, Barry?
Okay.
You are talking of, what has the Senate, what has the National Parliament ever achieved? Can you point to some of them, Barry? On this program, I have said repeatedly that anybody who wants the good of Nigeria, one term of 5 years for any president or governor, what you cannot accomplish in 5 years, you will not in 8 years. Immediately, TINUBU was the elected president of Nigeria. Then the jobbers and cleaners and workers and call them whatever you will, they started the campaign for second term. Barry, does that give you time to plan anything? Tell me what you will remember the National Assembly for. If not that, once they were inaugurated, they got gifts worth 174 million each. What is the allowance? I keep asking you, Barry. What is the cost of governance in Nigeria? What is the allowance of a member of the House of Representatives? What is the total take home? Barry, do you know the total amount a senator is paid per month? Please do your research. I don't come on this program just to begin to say anything. Barry, do you know if you were a senior lecturer, if you were associate professor, and they were paying you less than 400,000 naira a month? I should know because I know.
Yeah.
And you were voted to be a House of Rep member. Barry, you'll be earning more than 10 times that amount. For doing what?
That's 15 million,
Barry,
15 million monthly for House of Rep members.
That's the one you know.
Yes. At least the one on
What
paper.
of the constituency and everything, when you put them together, how much does it come to?
And security votes.
Does any professor earn 1 million naira a month? Does any professor receive 600,000 naira a month? What we are saying, I keep asking you, what is the cost of governance? Thank you for this opportunity. Can anybody tell us what it costs us to pay an SSK?
Well, even the government don't know the cost of government, so no be mingo no. All right, we have to go. We have to go on a short break now. Thank you very much, the senior citizen.
God bless you, Barry. Yes, I'm senior citizen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ekoma, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was a very insightful. Let's get to our commercial decks and bring you some commercials. Thereafter, the news update. Don't go nowhere.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Oh, weary. Are you ready?
3, 4.
Aye.
Fonzie!
It's the Pooh Party Takeover.
Yeah.
Desperados is bringing the Latin vibe Pooh Party. You don't want to miss this rave of exciting fun galore. Expect the unexpected happening live at Cattell Beach House. Date March 22nd from 4 p.m. Feel the crazy Pooh vibes. Savour ice
follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Welcome to the news update on Echo FM 100.7. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. President Bola TINUBU has congratulated Muslims on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, urging them to uphold the values of piety, compassion, and unity beyond the Ramadan period. He called on Muslim leaders to use the occasion to offer prayers for peace and prosperity in the country. As part of efforts to support citizens during the fasting period, the Renewed Hope Ambassadors, a political support group of the president, has been directed to distribute rice nationwide. The Defense Headquarters has clarified recent remarks by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, following reports suggesting that he accused the people of Borno and Yobe states of complicity in terrorism. In a statement by his spokesman, Major General Samailo Uba reaffirmed the armed forces' commitment to protecting law-abiding citizens and defending Nigeria's territorial integrity, while urging media organizations to exercise professionalism, verify facts, and avoid sensationalism that would misinform the people. The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Olukunle Nafiu, has reaffirmed that the Corps members are covered by a comprehensive insurance package throughout their service year. Nafiu cautioned against the spread of unverified reports about the scheme, urging journalists to always confirm facts with the NYC before publication. Governor Caleb Muftwang of Plateau State has extended warm congratulations to Muslims in the state, across Nigeria and globally on the successful completion of Ramadan and the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Muftwang commended the dedication of the Muslim Ummah to peaceful coexistence in Plateau State and described Eid al-Fitr as an opportunity to reinforce faith and collective harmony. Reaffirming his administration's focus on inclusivity, Muftwang assured residents of continued efforts to safeguard lives and property. Bandits have killed 3 police officers and the leader of a vigilante group in Sekwe village in Donga, local government area, Taraba State, according to ASP Victor Sheliza, spokesperson for the State Police Command. The officers were ambushed while responding to a distress call. He stated that the State Commissioner of Police, Betty Otimeyi, expressed deep sorrow over the loss of the officers and the vigilante leader. And in sports, Kylian Mbappe, who has only just returned to action after a knee injury, will lead the France squad into friendly matches this month against Brazil and Colombia in the United States. Coach Didier Deschamps included Real Madrid superstar in his squad for the games after Mbappe appeared off the bench for his club in the Champions League win against Manchester City earlier this week. And in business, the Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Akuta Pius, has urged freight forwarders to adopt dialogue as a constructive approach to resolving disputes, cautioning against industrial actions that could disrupt the nation's economy. He reiterated the Council's commitment to mediating between shipping companies and freight forwarders to ensure fair practices and stability within the maritime industry. And on the foreign scene, Iran has asked Berlin to clarify the role of Ramstein Air Base in the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. Tehran's ambassador to Germany, Majid Nili, stated. German officials in recent weeks have responded to questions about Ramstein's possible involvement in the war by saying that the U.S. military use of the base is governed by treaties. Nili urged Germany and Europe to call on the aggressors to stop. That is all for the news update at 10 as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM. On X is at EchoFM_Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube, it's Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. Thank you for listening.
Echo FM.
Live from the Eastern Heartland, Echo FM 100.7 brings you engaging conversation on trending news.
We need the federal government to sort whatever issue they are having with ASU.
And by December this year, 4,000 MOUs will be employed in Europe.
It's explosive.
Well, first of all, we must understand that war in itself is a display of anarchy. When you talk about war, that is lawlessness at its peak. When you say you are fighting war to keep Nigeria one, no. You fought the war as a manifestation of your incompetence in the management of the crisis that was then part of Nigerian history.
Hilarious.
I get malaria, my cancer. Behind every successful man, there's a woman at the front.
Stop shaking your head. You stop shaking your head. You're one of those who are causing problems.
On action,
and daring.
Mr. President, God will ask all of us, but you will be in the front. I will say, I've told the Senate President.
Our nation remains one of the most insecure and least peaceful in the world today, making Nigeria one of the hungriest countries of the world. Nigerians now spend nearly their entire income on feeding.
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
My appeal is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states.
Catch the drama, feel the excitement on Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join the conversation on Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. Straight Talk. Get straight analysis. No bending corners.
Let's be poor. Breathe.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the show. It's still Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7, right in the city of Owerri, the main event on radio, and this is the conversation segment where we'll be doing the checks and balance of TINUBU's UK trip. Now that he's back, let's talk about what we achieved, the discrepancies here and there, the disagreements, and of course, the hidden facts in between the lines. You know, that's what we are good at, and that's what we will continue to do. Of course, my name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Michelle, and of course, my microphone partner,
Judge Don Ikoma.
Before we go into that conversation, let's just take some of these messages that came on board. Let's reduce them so they don't pile up. Juju from Ikwere says, Barry and Don, good morning. Please, Barry, if I may suggest, try to invite Mazu Zoma, the senior citizen, to give us more lecture. Oh, God, you don't add this one now. Anyway, let me read it out. He said, Chief Jude should learn from him how to make a point mostly to younger ones. Barry and Daybreak, enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much. Now, first off, thanks to Mazu Zoma, there are elders and there are elders. We know that. Mazu Zoma is not a politician. He speaks with facts and truth. Now, make I tell you one simple secret. Maybe where Mazu Zoma did they talk to me, he still like that from bed. Just they find himself small. They eat some fruits, you know. This is the best time to eat fruit. He has served and paid his dues. It's time for him to rest. Man, I need to stress Mazu Zoma. For us to have him to pick up his phone and call is a blessing enough. To drag him here is another thing altogether. So, you don't know when anyone take in a morning shower, whether at 12 noon. He has the right to do it that time. So when I calm down, I've tried to get him here a couple of times, but it's too early by 9 to drag the senior citizen to the studio. But one day, Ingo reach here. That's all I can tell you. One day, be one day. Let's take the next message down.
Okay, Barrio and Dono, happy day. Join me celebrate my beloved son, Engineer Chijoke Jr. on his birthday today. When I look back many years ago on March 20, 1997, when he was born, and see him now, I give God all the praise. To God be the glory. Elder Chijoke.
The people's elder. Now they talk slow like that. Happy birthday to the beloved engineer Chijoke Jr. of the Chijoke family. Elder Chijoke, the people's elder. Congratulations. You know easy now. See you on a done day. We will just start market. I don't even know 20 years ago. You know what that mean? The man is now a man. He's no longer a boy. So, daddy, no, they call him boy again. A man now, 20 years. After all, some players, football, they build mansion, they drive cars when they. Hey, yeah, Chijoke, this is how they celebrate your birthday. No be in parentheses, so Maya supposed full everywhere. And Chijoke, anyway, I know where I go meet you. I know where we'll go bottle. I don't know if Dawn wants to come. I don't know if she wants to come, but definitely there will be bottles. Is she invited? All right.
Have they invited you?
No, me, I don't need me to invite me. I don't need me. I know the place where they go there. After here now, with the stamp there. And if I don't say that, Chijoke, they ain't no say while there now. You don't know. You don't be member. If they want to come, they invite you. You're supposed to come join. Get application.
God, I beg.
And I Chijoke, I invite her. Okay.
He doesn't have a problem. It's obvious it's you that have
and
that problem.
And I will send message. Send message, reply. All right, let's continue. This one says, Eda Chijike, Sister Barrio and Dono, I salute you all. I request you all to join hands with me and my family to celebrate my son, Engineer TINUBU Chijoke Iwuchukwu, today on his birthday anniversary. It is well with him. Thank you very much. What a proud father you are.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to TINUBU Chijoke Iwuchukwu. May God grant you all your heart desires and, of course, many, many more years ahead. Yes, and, of course, many, many champagnes to be popped. And grant you the biggest blessing any man can ask for, a good wife. Yes, if you're not married, God grants you a good wife. Because there's nothing as bad as a bad wife. Child, Jesus Christ. They send you to your early grave. You go there 40 years, get white hairs full everywhere. So at the end of the day, before 40, you don't the old. No make sense. God bless you with the best blessing any man can ask for, a good wife. All right? Thank you very, very much. That is my wish for you. This one says, good morning, eloquent Uncle Barry. and elegant Don. Ngozi from OG, someone whose house is on fire does not chase rats. This is the third person that is quoting this proverb. Yeah. If the rat na rat of good, unko. Well, he said that's an Igbo proverb for President TINUBU. His house is not burning, so anyone talking about chasing rats is wasting time. God's people will continue to pray that one day Nigeria will not become number one when it comes to terrorism. I know you well. Truthful people know that TINUBU and APC have failed woefully, and may they not succeed in 2027. I'm going to leave TINUBU and the family a little bit. God bless Echo FM, and may this weekend be filled with fun for Echo crew and fans.
Amen.
Amen to that.
You.
Thank you very much, Ngozi from OG. Thanks for the prayers and thanks for the goodwill. All right, Echo FM is always there for you. Comrade Padek sent Dawn this message, and she reads thus.
Comrade Padek Chidozie Nwosu texting from Omokane Ohaji, the most peaceful community in Imo State. Good morning, Barry and Akoma. It's quite unfortunate we found ourselves in a country where terrorism is the most lucrative business. Nigeria is the terrorism capital of the world. This statistics is not accurate. Nigeria should be the number one on that list.
Are you wishing for Nigeria to be number one? Chidozie, no, they do this country now. Anyways, TINUBU is scoring points. He has gotten an investment from UK despite being number 4 on the terrorism list. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, let's go straight into the conversation. The president is back to Nigeria, and he has brought with him loads and loads of what they are celebrating as goodies from UK. Just before we go into that conversation, I was asking, why is Burkina Faso number 1 on the list of terrorism-ridden countries? Burkina Faso has made tremendous improvement under Captain Ibrahim Traore, from one of the poorest nations in the world to now one of the most talked about nation. And why I don't think this is a true picture of Burkina Faso, if you ask me, but definitely both the people who want to overthrow Burkina Faso's leader, the jihadists, the Islamic State, and the rest of them are all in Burkina Faso. Well, they may be true to this, but I don't like to see Burkina Faso number 1, because that is one African country that is giving me joy. One African country led by a Pan-African who is doing great things, and yet anytime we hear in the press, there's nothing positive to write about Burkina Faso, and that hurts my feelings. Anyway, that's just me talking. Now, let's go straight into the conversation. The president is back. Done. Nigeria and the United Kingdom have sealed a 746 million export finance deal to support the redevelopment of 2 major ports in Nigeria, that is in Lagos. The agreement was announced during a meeting between Prime Minister Keir Starmer and President Bola Tinubu at Downing Street in Lagos on Thursday. Under the deal, UK Export Finance will guarantee loans for refurbishment of their Papa and Tinkan Island port complexes. This is where I want to pause. We are celebrating 746, but they say they are guaranteeing the loans. It means they are not investing, we are borrowing to revamp Tinkan Island and Apapa Island, and they make it look like it is a great deal. This is another borrowing spree. Why the hell are you laughing, Don? What the hell are you laughing for? Oh, yeah, talk. Cool.
No, you've not landed.
I don't land. I don't finish.
You've not landed.
I don't finish.
You've not finished at all. Continue.
Now, I was reading through this message, reading all the comments made by the people in government, congratulating the government. But when I came to this area, I said, now loan these people to go guarantee for us. So anyway, let me read the rest of the story. It says, under the deal, UK Export Finance, at the UKEF, will guarantee loans for the refurbishment of the Apapa and Tinkan Island port complexes. That is what is throwing me off balance. The financing agreement will reportedly be coordinated by Citibank. As part of the agreement, British Steel will supply 120,000 tons of steel for the port projects under a contract valued at 70 million. Is that the money we will go borrow from UK, where they guarantee us? 70 million will be given to contractors in their steel industry, pumping money into British economy. 2, will they get the money from British economy, but the money is not coming back home. It's paid to their own companies. That's number 1. The deal is expected to generate 236 million pounds in supplier contracts for British companies. When I open here well, carry pen, write and down. The deal is expected to generate 236 million pounds out of the 700 and what? 46 million pounds. We don't come out 70 million plus 236 million. That is 306 million to British companies. Who borrowed the money from again though?
You've seen it now.
The project companies must be sourced from UK. Make a copy our own national Nigerian-owned broadcast media. Now they are sync tune. Where the UK government said the steel contract is the largest export backed by UKEF for British steel. It sounds good on paper, but in reality, is it for us or the British economy? Yes, we use it. They provide it. They bring the cash, we will pay back. Now, what I don't understand is there interest on these particular loans? What will be the interest? All right, let's move on. The agreement was signed on behalf of Nigeria by Wale Edun, Minister of Finance, and Blair McDougall, MP, the Parliamentary Under Secretary of State and UK Minister for Small Business and Economic Transformation, on behalf of the British government. Moving on, Edun said the deals are consistent with Nigeria's priority on infrastructure, energy, and industrial development. He noted that the increasing emphasis on bilateral partnership would help attract the scale of investment required to boost economic activities, create jobs, and reduce poverty in line with the administration's renewed hope agenda. Beautiful statement from the minister. The minister said the agreement underscores growing confidence in mutual trust between both countries, as well as a shared commitment to deliver tangible economic outcomes for Nigeria and the United Kingdom. All right. Also commenting on the deal, the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy said that the redevelopment of the two ports would strengthen the country's position in regional trade. Adegboyega Oyetola, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, said the project would strengthen Nigeria's position as a leading maritime hub in West and Central Africa. The agreement struck during TINUBU's state visit in the UK was described by Starmer as the first by a West African leader in 37 years, nearly 4 decades. Speaking after the meeting, the Prime Minister said the visit marked a historic moment in bilateral relations. On his part, TINUBU described his state visit to the UK, the first by a Nigerian leader in 37 years, as very thrilling and significant, in strengthening bilateral relations between the two nations. We can now forget institutional development we have enjoyed over the years, the Nigerian leader said. All right. Nigeria is currently going through strong economic reforms, and we will discuss that further in bilateral discussions. That was the voice of the president, or is the voice of the president when he was still in the UK. He's right now back to Nigeria. Part of the visit, let us try and take a look at everything that was agreed upon in UK. I think we saw a lot of other deals that were made. There was an MOU signed for dietary production in Nigeria by a UK firm to bring more dietary needs for Nigeria. That's milk and all that. On top of all the goats and cows we have in this country, where some of them, they even appear for our naira. We see they go meet UK to give us dietary. I don't want to talk again. Before they will say, they go talk bad against what has been achieved. It is not as if these things are not good. They are very good. But can't we get these things internally? Don't we have cows and milk? I mean, the cow where UK they produce get better milk past the one where Aboki they produce for Nigeria. All people where they shout Dangote, Dangote. If Dangote enter milk production now, when I go shout saying they monopolize that one too. So, alongside, if the Tinkan Island port complexes operates as a major complementary facility within the Apapa axis, supporting cargo throughout and easing pressure on the main port. Is it the port that is a problem, or the roads that are congested, packed with vehicles, big trucks, offloading and loading, and all that, even to turn, moving out of Apapa is crazy. And then the Tinkan and the Apapa Island are almost in the same vicinity. How are you going to now refurbish that? That is exactly what happened to Nigerian refinery. Instead of building a new refinery, we wasted money to refurbish. Today, how market? Do we ever learn? That is the question. Do we ever learn? It's check and balance on the TINUBU UK and everything they say they have done. Well, anyway, Don, it's time for me to open up the phone lines. If you have anything to say, well, add your voice to the conversation.
Okay. Before we started this program, I think I'll start with the military thing. Okay, the insurgents that happened in the military camps. Now, we've heard people clamor, we've heard people cry, we've heard the media talk about these insecurities and the problem about the Boko Haram and the ISWAP going around and doing everything they can. Now, we've employed the military to actually go as far as, stopping or putting a stop to all of this. And it feels like they're not hearing, or it feels like they don't know where these people are coming from. But then suddenly, these people remember that they have the military and they actually need to weaken their own force. And now we can now see these individuals audaciously going to military camps to pull down everything that has to do with the military. Now the question is, these are people we're looking up to actually serve as security personnel to us. So if they can go there and humiliate them directly, now the question is, who are we going to be seeking help from? Now, secondly, based on the visit by our president, now we actually call it a historical visit. Why? Because 3 military presidents have actually been invited to the UK from 1981 to 1989. We have the Shehu Shagari, we have the Gowon, and then Babangida. Before now, and now we now have TINUBU, who is the first democratic president to actually show his face now in the UK. Is the visit okay? We're not saying it's a bad thing. We're not saying it's bad or it's not good. It's not comfortable. It's okay. But the thing people are clamoring for is that at this point where we need a president to come all out to stand for the people, this was a point whereby millions of people have been killed on a daily basis. without any iota of what he will come out to say, without any iota of persons coming out to compliment or to say something, or to even put like an emphatic kind of rest on these individuals who have lost children, relations, siblings. So the question is, can't he do something? Now, the worst part of it is that it's not the only person that actually went for this visit. We have the Minister of Defense on that visit with him. And now then this particular deal of coming together to make up £746 million to do whatever it is he wants to do. The question here is, what kind of condition are we in Nigeria? Does that atmospheric condition create whatever it is he's actually kind of signing with the UK and then the Prime Minister in London? Do we as individuals here, does the atmosphere here in Nigeria or in Lagos in particular, where he wants to do whatever it is he wants to do, does that environment create whatever signature he has signed with the UK Prime Minister? Everything they have actually cooked up or said is actually beautiful. It's splendor. It's royal. It's awesome. But the thing is that, do we have well laid down plans, well laid down preparations here in Nigeria that will accommodate whatever it is he wants to do? We've been borrowing. We've been asking from different countries to come help us, to come do this. Now the question is, where are those money? Those money we borrow, what is it that we're going to use to put down? We haven't even given facts. We haven't brought out the fact that these are the things we have done so far based on the money we have borrowed. And yes, we are still borrowing. To do what? In fact, I actually wanted Barry to land. I didn't want to say anything because the whole thing is uncalled for. It's hogwash because we don't know where we're actually going to based on this government on ground. So we're not saying the signature or the borrowing is not good, but we're saying that when you borrow, or whatever it is you're collecting from every other country or this particular country, you have to put such use. We have to see it functioning in our country. We have to see people clamor and say, this government has done this. They have done this. They have done this. They have done this. They have acquired this. We have, benefited from this. But today people are still asking, what is that one thing this government has done for us? And now we have the fuel pump price increasing on a daily basis.
All right, let's continue with the conversations. Later, I'll read most of these things, including the asylum deal that Britain signed with Nigeria. We need to look at that deal because similar deal was signed with Rwanda and it collapsed due to financial movement or constraints, which Rwanda has since sued British for breach of agreement after Kestama come on board. The same Kestama who stopped the asylum deal with Rwanda is now breaking the same deal. He vehemently disagreed with the UK simply because it was costing the UK too much. So what did Rwanda do right, and why did the UK refuse to continue the deal with Rwanda and now want to do the same thing they rejected with Rwanda to Nigeria? There are a lot of questions to be asked from this deal. We don't take issues because they are just issues. We try to look at it and look at the pros and cons of whatever deal that has been signed. How beneficial is it to Nigeria? So, but it's time for you to holler. Let's let you be part of the conversation. 0911 20,022. Let's go. Good morning. Who did it?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Don.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning. God bless you.
I am happy the way you throw more light on the discourse this morning, Don. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Question number one I want to ask is this. Do we have a president in Nigeria? Before I go on, my name is Pastor Ken Iwuchukwu, that comes from Umokrekengwa Ancient Kingdom.
You're welcome,
okay,
Pastor.
Now, based on the question, the president during his campaign said it is his turn. There was no preparation, on what he was coming to Aso Rock to do. Now, if you watch the human being, our legs are on ground. Then we have our hands, we have our legs carrying the head. But now, our president, I don't think, if I am to say, he has no head, but the neck only, that is what is moving. Let me explain. The Sultan of Sokoto made the statement that our president is supposed to make. Now, commanding the soldiers to go over to Maiduguri because of the bombings. But our president, when this happened, he summoned courage to travel out of this nation while blood are flowing, heads are rolling everywhere. Let us go back to history. During the time of Obasanjo, when he was the president of Nigeria, there was a bomb blast. He canceled his trip, showing concern that he is a human being. Those people that died are his own people, that these are the people that he is ruling. But here, thousands are dying every day. Boko Haram are taking the war to the military camp, which has facilitated
Thank you very much, Pastor.
Yes, our president is not doing anything.
Thank you. Let other callers breathe. Thank you. Good. Please keep the calls coming. It's still Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. All right, let's remind you again that Ojezirobodo will be holding this Sunday, the 22nd day of March, where we are heading to Abombi CLGA in Imo State. Enyogugu community is the destination. So everybody get ready for Ojezirobodo. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Cosmo.
I greet you.
Welcome, Dawn. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is someone that usually calls from in a way.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Cosmos, if you can remember, I always say that I've seen, since I was born, different governments, both military and civilian. But I have not seen any of them.
Hello?
As insensitive, I'm here.
Okay.
And unempathic as this particular one. Imagine a country where the president travels with his wife to enjoy while his soldiers are being massacred by bandits and terrorists. Mr. Cosmos, the question as usually asked is, why is this killing not directly affecting or indirectly affecting our so-called political leaders? Is it that they are in connivance with these killers, or they do whatever they do for their safety? That is what I don't understand. Or is it that they are partners?
All right, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Who did you?
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good
welcome.
morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning
Mike
to you.
Okenwa.
Okay.
Mike Okenwa speaking.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I love the discussion this morning, but it's a very, very unpleasant. The stories we are hearing. We keep on saying this thing. The issue of president traveling when when an ugly situation is at hand in the country, it is not a new issue. He has been doing it. The massacre in Benue, the other time, he traveled. He has been traveling. So the level of negligence and abandonment we have got ourselves. So, what we are saying is, when will this thing stop? When will it stop? When will it continue? When can somebody predict when these things can continue? The answer is that nobody can predict. It's likely that it's not going to stop. Nigeria is not going to do. I'm telling you this. Nigeria can do. The person that says that will be good. Our people complain this.
Hello, it's like your line is breaking up. Sorry, we can't hear you any further. Thank you. I gotta let you go. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
Runaway soldier.
And good dawn, Ekoma.
Good morning.
My name is Silva Zem and I am calling from Owerri. They ask me Alpha. I did now.
You do funny. Now you do funny for me. You can never change that voice of yours. I don't know.
Okay, I won't confuse you. Barry.
Yeah?
I want to start by what I have. I think the last time I checked, the Sultan of Sokoto was still the leader of the Muslims in Nigeria. I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah?
Okay. And the problem we have in Nigeria today concerning terrorism is referred to as Islamic insurgents. Majorly, people who are into that terrorism are people from that religion, which he is the head. And the Sultan of Sokoto is saying that the military should fight to the Boko Haram and not waiting for them. Is it not possible that the Sultan of Sokoto can actually speak as the leader of the Muslims in Nigeria, telling them that this is not the way it should be, that they should stop the terrorism? Do you think they will not listen to him as a leader of the Muslims? No, I've never seen him make any categorical statements. I know if this thing is happening using the Christian religion, or let me use Catholic for example, that this is Catholic insurgents. I know the Pope would have spoken. Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria would have made a statement that you must stop this. We are not part of it. The bishops in their various dioceses will be speaking against it. And the parish priests will be talking against it. This is not, you are not representing Christian religion. We are not with you. Stop this. Why have we not getting this kind of statement? Or do you think that if Sultan of Sokoto has been making this kind of statements, trying to discourage his people from this kind of, do you think that the terrorism wouldn't have been reduced in Nigeria? So I think they have not, he's just playing to the gallery.
Are you suggesting complicancy in the Sultan?
No, I don't know, but I am just thinking aloud that if he makes a statement today, the Muslim world in Nigeria will listen to him. Why don't he try to give them the right message, especially in this Ramadan feast, that they should that I would discourage them from terrorism, and then we'll have peace in Nigeria, because they are not asking the military to take the fight to them. Secondly, Gumi has a lot of information about these people, as far as from what you have already said. So why don't they lead the military to, if actually you want them to wipe them out, look at where these people are. Or you are reaching them, why don't they talk to these boys and say, please calm down. Calm down, let there be peace in our country. This is the way I'm thinking this morning. I don't know. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Steve Ozamana. All right, one more call before we make further analysis on this matter. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Welcome aboard.
Sister, how are you this morning?
Fine.
Yes, I'm calling from World Bank.
Okay.
Barry, you see, America is linked with Japan. It's also linked with South Korea. And you can see that these nations are turning into world powers in industrialization and technology. What has Britain done for us as a nation, as a former colonial master? What has TINUBU got to? What is going to? Why has he not visited? Why has our president not visited America? Of all nations, you can't compare America with Britain. Can't compare America with France. Why has he not gone there to get something good for us? Why is he going away from America? What do we have to gain from Britain? All these wires, all these kind of people are being killed in Nigeria, bloodshed. The king, the so-called prayer was it king, has not get a voice for the Christians, for the Muslims that are being killed in Nigeria. What do we gain from them? I don't understand. In Nigeria,
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's take some messages now. This one says, beautiful morning. Once again, my majestic Barry and Kosi and colleague. It is most unfortunate that President TINUBU's sole achievement in this very expensive trip to the UK amidst terrorist horror in Maiduguri is to revamp the already congested Lagos, Tinkan, and Apapa seaports. As one radio station reporter asked this morning, why pump such a humongous amount of money into those ports when the majority of the imported goods there are heading to the east? What stops TINUBU from sending the UK deal to expand seaports in the East? Is this not clear and sheer nepotism on the part of the president? Are the people from the East not included among the subjects of the president? Thank you, the most senior citizen, Mazu Zoma, for elucidating the issue. I thank God that as they hate the Easterners, we are moving higher and higher. As it is sweet us, it is pain them. Let the president keep on wasting our money, trotting about, according to him, to woo, is it woo? To woo investors. Barry, please tell President TINUBU that those investors are not fools. They are not deaf and blind to the happenings in our country. I'm still Ezine, Lady Juliana CK. Thank you very much for sending that one. Done?
Okay, Comrade Chinedu Omeziri from Our Mama Second Missionary Journey, Barry and Don George. With these vices killing applicable to terrorism and APC government, need to talk of re-election in 2027. They have failed us woefully. They need the Nigerians to die silently. We must leave strongly.
This one says, good morning, Barry and Don. Thank God it's Friday here at TGIF. My name is Felix Nwozuzu, texting from Umuahimbieri. TINUBU and his APC government are dancing on blood of innocent Nigerians. And again, this shows that TINUBU have failed woefully. And lastly, Nigeria should be the first country in the world in terms of banditry and terrorism. No thanks to TINUBU and his APC government. I know they like this talk. You don't know what this is doing to Nigeria internationally. Thinking we are number one or praying for it, it's not a good idea. Anyway, not be your fault. Now people will make them do like that. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, and Dom, good morning.
Good morning.
The senior citizen is come back for the second missionary journey.
Yes, Barry, thank you, Dito. Barry, you know you are talking of TINUBU Street.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first things this government did was to float the Naira.
Yeah?
Yes, Barry. About almost half a century ago, my wife and I were postgraduate students in London. And we could get into any shop, other than the Selfridges and the big shops. All the Indian and Asian shops, we could get in there and buy something with Naira. But I'm not saying somebody, I live with my wife there. Barry, tell me whether the president went to London with any Naira. Any of those SSAs and so on. Did they go with Naira? Appreciate that nobody in London, in any shop, would accept Naira from them. Yet this government floated the Naira. And when you are taking up, you are repairing the economy, you are rebuilding the economy, you are borrowing, you can continue to borrow. You cannot float the Naira that was 60 kobo was $1. But I just looked at my passport. For 1,000 Naira, I got 988 pounds. Do you understand what I'm saying, Barry? And now you have destroyed the strength of your currency. What are you rebuilding? No, Barry. I don't know you understand that.
Yeah, I do. I get you.
It's not mathematics. I said my wife and I could get into any shop and buy things with Naira. Today, whether you carry it in train or no shop, no corner shop in London will accept a Naira from you. And you are talking of you want to rebuild, you want to create. Barry, how long shall we continue to deceive ourselves? No, how long?
Yeah.
Who are you telling these things?
I wonder.
You have destroyed the Naira, the strength of the Naira, and you expect the Naira to rise from where? How many people who are buried rose from the grave? Except that Easter now, I must celebrate Easter. Barry, happy Easter. God bless you.
And bless you too.
God bless you too. It's very, very extremely painful. Extremely painful. You are going to go and do seaports that cannot move anything anywhere. Which street in Lagos are you going to create overhead lines for your trailers to begin to use? How many years will it take you to? What is it taking to repair Land Bridge?
All right.
It's so sad, but we shall overcome. We shall overcome morning.
All right. Thank you very much, senior citizen, for your contribution this morning. All right, let's take a look at some of other deals that are signed in the remaining 5 minutes of this program. I think let's look at this dietary thing that was signed. They talk about futuristic investment here and there. In total, about 1.51 billion pounds worth of deals were signed. The biggest is a $746 million, million pounds, I beg your pardon, deal for which over 300 million of those same money goes back into the U.S. economy, which is going to be backed by the UK government and, of course, handled by Citibank. Citibank is a UK bank. Definitely, we hear that there's some like Kuda and the rest of them, Nigerian fintech, are going to be building their offices and operating in UK. That is part of what the president was able to achieve. We know that Zenith Bank is also going to build their own branch in UK.
They have.
I think that is exactly one of those things that the bilateral relations benefited Nigeria. So when we look at all this, you take a look at Tinkan Island, Apapa Island, the seaport in Onair, in Warri, and of course the one in Ibom, Akwa Ibom, that would have benefited a lot of more people, decongesting Lagos, and people can easily, if you want to sell in Onitsha Market, from Ibom Air to Ibom Seaport to Onitsha Market is very easy. The problem is this amount of money they are using to revamp. Can't we use the amount of money to build a new seaport? Even if it's not as big as the Apapa own, we can still have people, ships landing. The biggest sea in Nigeria so far is in Bonny, the Bonny Sea. Yet, there is no seaport there. So it's kind of funny how these things are happening. Everything concentrated in Lagos. And this is where the problem is. So imagine everybody that went on that trip, apart from Christopher Musa, the the Minister of Defense. Every other day of them was from one geopolitical zone of a nation. And that is why at the beginning of this program, people were asking, is TINUBU president of Nigeria or president of the Southwest? In terms of appointment, in terms of infrastructure, it is said to be Nigeria, but it's purely benefiting one state which takes taxes from everybody that operates. If you want to pick your goods, you're paying tax. If you use their own, you're still paying tax. If you buy anything from there, you're paying tax, all to Lagos state government. And this is what people are not happy about. And that is why they not seem to be fighting against the new tax that has to do with VAT. These are all things that bring inequality in Nigeria. I don't want to talk about the Southeast, because that one is a story of another time. Okay, people, this is where we are going to draw the curtain for today. And I've been informed that your usual Friday tonic, She Matters with the ladies, well, there's a little bit of complications on that program this morning. It may not be coming, but we cross our fingers. If they are here, you take it. Otherwise, I'll leave you in the capable hands of DJ Mav King to blow your minds out with wonderful music. It's always a pleasure to be with you on the show. It's been wonderful. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Happy Eid al-Fitri. And of course, Barka de Salah. Bye-bye.